Hi guys, so I thought I would do another video today. I've got nothing else on and I thought I'd got some spare time. There's not really a lot happening in the markets right now. So I thought I'd do a video. It's a really big subject actually, so this might be quite a while. I'm hoping I can try and reduce it down to like 10 minutes. But yeah, I'm not sure quite how long it's going to take. But basically, mindset. Mindset is a huge part of pretty much everything, you know, but even more so in trading. So this is something that I've actually struggled with. I think every trader would struggle with. This is what becoming an amateur trader to a professional trader. This is the part where you need to accomplish in order to make the transition of the different sides of the story, you know. So the truth of the matter is, I think now there's I think it was about 90% of retail traders lose. So you need to try and get to that 10% winning retail trader, okay? Now, what I want to explain is that although 90% lose and 10% are ending profitable, the only difference between the two of these is that the 10% have a better mindset and they're able to control their emotions when it comes to losses. So that 90% that's losing or can't become profitable over a year's period are chasing them losses, and they keep losing as they keep chasing. Whereas the 10%, what they're doing is they take a loss, they accept it as a business expense, and they go on and execute another trade, just completely forgetting about that loss, because that loss doesn't matter as long as your next trade or your next 5 trades or whatever your risk reward is, as long as for me, as long as my next trade is profitable, I can then lose a second trade. So I might lose one trade, win one, and lose the next one, but I will still be break even at that point, okay? And that's where you start realizing that how important your mind is. What I want to do really with you guys is just explain what I did to break through the mentality side of trading. So firstly, you need to exercise, you need to train, you need to get up and get out. You don't want to be sitting behind a computer feeling like a slob, just sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting. I probably spend 2 hours behind the charts and then I'll go find something to do. If it's even hoovering the house, I'll hoover the house for my girlfriend, or if it's just walk the dogs around the block or something like that. I just always have to get out and go do something. So today, for example, I took my little one to school and then I went for my run. So I did 11 kilometers run. I do that twice a week, so half a marathon a week I try and aim for. And that just starts my day in a positive way. Knowing that I've made that achievement already, I'm already positive now, so I can go to the charts, be confident, understand what I've already achieved today, and I'm going to go and achieve a little bit more, and that helps my mindset. Another thing is reading. So normally I spend an hour a day reading, normally later on in the evening, about 7 o'clock. I'll go upstairs, go outside, sometimes take a beer with me and just have a little read, just relax, chill out and read something that interests me. So normally I read books about the wealthy people or entrepreneurs that have done what I want to do. So like if it's anything from Tony Robbins books I like, Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad and other books that I like. I don't really focus on trading, I focus more on the business mindset of it all. So all of them give you little key aspects that help you give you a better mind. So for me, like the Tony Robbins book, which I spoke about in the past, Awaken the Giant Within, that book was absolutely amazing. It literally hit me really hard. It hit me more than Think and Grow Rich, which everyone else thinks is the best book in the world. This one by Tony Robbins really hit me hard, and I really do recommend reading it. It was only like €8 something like that, so it's not even remotely expensive. Another book that really hit me was Trading in the Zone. So that was my first trading book based on trading, and yeah, that's a brilliant book. That helps your mindset, helps you understand. So there's a little bit in that book, in Trading in the Zone. I think his name was Mark Douglas who wrote that. There's a bit in there and it goes on to explain how an amateur technical trader came into a trading floor. Now don't quote me on this, as I haven't read it in about 6 months. And he came in and he said to the hedge fund manager, right, it's very easy to become a technical trader. You can see that prices come down. You can see there's a structure area here. You buy at this level and it will go up. I guarantee it'll go up. So the hedge fund manager sat down with the amateur trader, or the trader that was just starting with him. I think he applied for a job or something. He just said, can you show me how you do it, and so on, because technical trading back years ago was not a thing. It was all about fundamentals and the momentum that was really moving the markets back then. So it wasn't really looking for chart patterns or anything. So the guy who was applying for the job, or the guy that was showing the hedge fund manager how to technical trade, said, alright, you buy here and it'll go up, I promise you. So the hedge fund manager said, you sure? And he said, yeah, 100%, it'll go up from this point, I guarantee you. And then what happened was, when price came to there, the technical trader said, right, now let's buy. And the hedge fund manager then just did a quick phone call to one of the trading floors and said, I think it was coffee, I think it was something like that, a commodity like that, and said, right, buy 100,000 points of coffee, I think it was, and literally the price just plummeted. Okay, or so he said sell, he did, and it absolutely plummeted, and the technical trader is blown away, because what he doesn't realise is that it doesn't matter how certain you are. If one of these big hedge fund managers, one of these big banks decide that they want to drive price in their direction, they can do. The banks are basically fighting against each other with their volumes. If one bank comes against another bank and they do an opposite ends, normally we get a little bit of sideways movement, a little bit of consolidation. It's not us that are moving the map. The retail traders like myself, we're trading such small volume that nobody cares about us. So that's what you need to understand. When you're learning to trade and you take a loss, you just need to accept that loss. It doesn't mean that you're not a good trader. It just means that somebody in some sort of bank or some sort of huge institution has decided that they want to short when you, the little guy, wants to buy. Simple as that, guys. You need to understand that you can't always be right, and when you take a loss, it depends on your emotions of accepting that loss. So as I go back to it, you need to exercise, get out, go for a walk, go for a side. It doesn't have to be strenuous, just a little bit of exercise, help with your mindset. Reading is massively important, and try and drink as much water as possible, you know. Talk to yourself, like I probably have, don't talk to yourself like, you know, go crazy, but I probably have around 150,000 conversations a day with myself. I'm always talking to myself. My little kid thinks I'm crazy, my girlfriend thinks I'm crazy, but it helps me. So I'm sort of like my own mentor in a way up top, and it helps me how to trade. I'm always clicked on, I'm always moving, I'm always motivated, and being able to go do my exercise either at the start of the trading day or in between. I never do it at the end, it's always in between or the start. It helps me progress further in the market. So at the moment I did take a GU short. If you're on my Facebook, you would have seen the position I took. I did share it in my educational group. I think one of them took it on a demo account, and he made 600 off it, which he was very happy with. It was a demo, but we're going to move into using real accounts probably in October once they get the understanding of it. I'm not rushing this educational group. I'm not rushing these guys to start taking trades now. You know, buy here, sell here. I want to teach them. I want them to know how to read a market. So that's what my point in mindset. Mindset is the key to success. You really need to figure out your momentum. If you want to meditate instead of exercise, meditate. As long as you are finding peace within your mind, that's all you need, okay? And you need to make sure that you're positive. Don't jump behind the charts and be negative right away, because it simply does not work. What I'm waiting for at the moment now on the charts wise, just thought I'd put that out there, is euro dollar now is coming into that major buy zone that I drew up. It must have been about a week or two ago. It was on one of my videos. And it's right in that zone right now. And I'm looking to try and take a buy here. I was looking earlier about volumes, and it looks like 70% of traders are actually shorting euro dollar, and as I said earlier about the 90% of retail traders are losers, I don't really want to follow them. I'd rather try and stay above it and avoid following the major amount of sellers. This isn't set in stone. It's just something that I sort of do every now and again. But guys, mindset. I've been speaking quite a lot about different things here, but yeah, I've got a lot to say, you know. But mindset is what really will make you a profitable trader. And reading, meditation, exercise, just spending some time with your family, just staying away from the charts. If you feel like you're over strenuous at the charts, just get away from it, walk away, go do something else. Accept your losses. Do not be upset if you lose. There's been times where I've had 14 consecutive losses, just a loss continuously. At the moment, as I said, I'm on 26 consecutive wins. This is actually I've hit 26 wins as my best, so if I can get a win today, I've actually hit a new target of consecutive wins. At the end of the day, guys, you're going to lose in trading. There's no way that you can win every single time, okay? And that's what you need to accept. Once you start understanding that you can lose and that you need to, and you can understand that it's not your fault that you've lost, you will feel so much better. You'll feel so much more relaxed that you can just say, right, okay, I understand. So what I want to do another video. I'm not going to do it now, but I'm going to do another video about gambling. So there's a lot of debates about trading and gambling. For me personally, it's not gambling. At the end of the day, it's calculated risk. You cannot calculate a roulette table. Okay, I don't care what anyone says, you cannot calculate a roulette table. When you've put that money down, that money is either won or lost. With trading, you can manage your risk, and if you can manage your risk, you will become a profitable trader if you know what you're doing. So when I first started out, no one was interested in me trading. No one wanted to join me. No one wanted to say, oh, I'll do that with you, you know, let me do it, and so on. Nobody wanted to do it because I was trading such small amount of money. I was trading like £300 accounts, blowing most of them, and even when I was winning, I was only hitting like 30 quid profit, 20 quid profit, and people were just like, well, you know, that's just silly, that's a little tiny bit of money. Now I'm hitting almost 4 grand a month every single month, sometimes even more. This month now I might even hit 10 grand in one single month, and I was the one back then who was stupid. So when you're watching this video, if you're learning to trade, don't look at the guy who's only got a small account because, oh, you can't be a professional trader if you've only got a small account. It might be that he's a new trader, or maybe he just doesn't have the money to firstly invest to get a large account. Okay, so when I say that you're looking at somebody with a small account, he could still be one of the best traders in the world, and he could still teach you something. Just because he's trading a small account doesn't mean he's a bad trader, and that's what you need to understand, is don't worry about the money. It will ruin your mindset. You will be so, like my brother, for example, he's trading a £1,000 account now, and he's almost lost his whole account already. I've been trying to help him regain it, and I said to him, I said, look, we'll try and get back to 1,500 by Christmas so we can get him £500 gain. He said, no, I want to get to 3 grand. I said, yeah, but you're concerned about yourself with money. You're trying to triple that original investment within 4 months. That's 100% a month. I said, you're crazy. He's using half lot sizes with such a small account, and yeah, he's not listening to me. I'm giving him my trades. He is becoming more profitable. He's seeing much better returns on his money. I think he's from 400 now. I think he's got back up to 550, but he is still taking trades on his own. He is still over leveraging. He is still doing 2 large lots, but at the end of the day, some people just, you can't speak to them, you know. But guys, mindset, that is so important. For me, it was hard for me to break that barrier, but listen, just get out, exercise, have fun with it, enjoy chart time, enjoy getting out there and achieving your goals. Another thing is, just to show you, a diary. So a diary is massively important. This is a new diary from the 10th of September. You can see, for an example, I always write in all my different trades, and this again helps me. You know, I write in my trades, and then just after I write, you know, what happened that day and what I can improve on. And this also helps my mindset because I'm explaining I'm basically explaining to myself, I'm telling myself what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, and as you write it, it sinks in. A lot of people do it on Word. A lot of traders like to use, you know, electronical ways like through Word or whatever, but I find writing it down with a pen and paper is massively important, and I'm going to preserve these diaries. I'm going to keep them for many years, and it'll be great to look back on them when I'm 70 or whatever and to see, you know, where I've got in my life. And that's what you guys need to do, okay? Even if you're demo trading, just do as I say now and get into that momentum, get into that rhythm. It might take 3 months. Like for me, I remember when I started exercising, for example, I started Christmas last year, so coming up to 2 years now, I've been training for 6 days a week, continuously. I don't take days off. If I go on holidays, I'll still do some push-ups, pull-ups, whatever I can on that holiday, although it's not as much. I still exercise. If you looked at me, if you go back through, I try and find, if you're on my Facebook, for example, you could see I went to Disneyland 2 years ago and I went to Disneyland last year, and you'll see the massive difference, massive weight loss I've had. I don't actually feel like I've lost a lot of weight or gained a lot of muscle, but I do get complimented a lot about it, and yeah, it gives you that boost of energy and it gives you that feeling. So when you're looking at exercising, you need to give yourself 3 weeks. Once you start getting 3 weeks, once you start getting into it, the momentum just takes over and there's no stopping you. And that's what you need to understand, okay? So exercise, meditate, read some books, get out the house, you know, do some chart time, and just understand, guys, you will take losses and just move on from them. Do not over leverage your risk. Keep your risk management on point. Keep to your plan, and I promise you, from the bottom of my heart, you will become a profitable trader, and in time, that income will exceed your jobs. Okay, it will be infinite. When you get to that point of getting past that income bracket, you will see dramatic changes. Once you get past an account of £40,000, for example, for me, that was a huge thing. And I instantly knew from then, I just don't want to lose that money. I don't care how much money I gain, I just don't want to lose that 40,000. And that's what will happen to you guys, okay? Once you get to that point, once you've grown your account to that point, you find trading 5 million times easier, because you're not so concerned about the income of it, you're just concerned that you don't lose that money, and so you manage your risk better and you will take your time with the markets. I hope today's video has been helpful to you all. Please drop a comment below if you've got any questions. Personally, as I said, reading a chart is very simple. The mindset is what's going to be difficult for you guys to break through, and hopefully this video hasn't taken up too much of your time, but I'm thankful that you've watched it. I'm very grateful for the support. Although my views aren't great at the moment, I'm sure that it will build up. I'll build up that traction, I'll build up that momentum, as I did with trading, exercise and everything else. You will just build up that momentum. Things take time in this world, unfortunately, and you will always need to understand that it will take time, okay? That's all I've got to say about that. Thank you very much for watching. All of you have a good day. If I do take some trades, if you're on my Facebook, I'll always share them to my story. If you're not on my Facebook, you can drop me a friend request, and we'll go from there. But at the moment, I'm looking now at euro dollar. So the euro dollar is just building up a bit of momentum from this buy zone, but I'm not yet confident enough to actually get involved on the pair. GU has just literally rejected my other buy zone on GU. However, there's a lot of I think it was selling pressure at the moment on GU, so I don't really, or there's a lot of buying pressure on GU according to my heat map. So for me, because there's so many retail traders buying it, I don't want to buy it with them lot. So I'm just going to see what happens later on today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope today's video has been helpful. Drop me a comment, subscribe, like if you can. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.